Hello everyone and welcome back to Tuscany. You can see the baler's exactly where we left it. The reason for that is I decided that if we're going to kind of move forward maybe this episode, we're going to want it to do our hay. So we've completed our ploughing, so we're going to go to the shop. I'm not sure how much money we've still got, just over 700 left. So we're going to go to the shop and we're going to get a cultivator. Now, I can't remember which one I bought last time, but I think not as good as medium cultivator, but it does the cultivating trick nonetheless. Not sure it's a trick really, cultivating. So I think I'm going to stick with the medium cultivator. It's going to cost us a little bit more, but we're not in any particular hurry. We'll be making money by selling the logs and working the animals. So let's go and get our cultivator and we can go and have a look at the fields and take it from there. So let's turn on our lights so that we can see these shadows light up nicely. I think I may have had a look at the other cultivator at some point, but not sure I particularly got on very well with it. And just as a forewarning to anyone, I came back onto the game today, and when I did, the plough was still attached to the tractor. I'd left it connected just like this now, and the tractor was behaving very oddly. It was tipping and doing all sorts of mysterious things that I wasn't expecting it to do. And then I kind of pressed the hydraulics up button and it seemed to behave itself. So for some reason leaving the attachments connected is not a good idea. So I don't know if anyone else has come across that. It's possibly just a little bit of a glitch, but just so that you are aware, I would certainly recommend disconnecting your attachments before you finish your game. Okay, so here we are. We've got our 3 fields and the ground's looking fairly bumpy. So what I'm going to do is basically at a right angle to the ploughing, just to try and even things out a little bit, I'm going to begin the cultivating. And I'm probably just going to kind of drop the cultivator down and then head straight across all 3 fields, just to try and make things nice and easy. And if I feel it's necessary, I might just do a single pass on screen and then do another pass off screen, just to kind of really even things out, because I've had some troubles. You can see we've got a little bit of a ridge here. I've had a little bit of troubles getting up and over that when I was ploughing, so we'll see how that goes. But as you can see, it's smoothing out a lot of the rough edges, as it were. So let's go again. So it's been quite a busy week. Kind of hit over 100 subscribers, which is fantastic. So thank you everyone that's hit the subscribe button. Really do appreciate it, and thanks to everyone commenting and liking the episodes. Like I say, really every single comment comes through to my phone, so I get to see those, and I have a good reaction every single time. Whether you're asking a question, whether you're telling me something that you've done with your game, or telling me something I've done wrong with this one, then I really do value all the comments. So I may not get a chance to reply to them all. I try to, but sometimes it's just not possible. Particularly like this week, I'm actually on call for my work, so I sometimes have things come up and I have to kind of drop everything and do work. And it's not what we all want to be doing in our personal time. We want to be kind of messing around on the computer playing games, but unfortunately that's what sometimes happens, and it's what pays the bills. It's what buys me all the nice things that I like to have, so I don't complain too much. So there we go. So yeah, so this is cultivating. It's well, it's much like ploughing. It's going up and down a field with dragging a little thingy behind you. So it's certainly the next step, and then we'll be looking obviously to get a seeder, and the crops, much like the animals, will take time to grow and be available. So I'm going to try to avoid fast forwarding for the sake of fast forwarding. So I think we might lose something there. So even if we just do even if we do an episode where there is a bit of fast forwarding, but we're going and taking care of our animals each time around, it might get a bit repetitive, but I'm hoping from the fact that so many of you are enjoying the series that it's going to be worthwhile doing that. And as you can see, we're making some steady progress. Just like to position the tractor nice and carefully. Yeah, definitely. I'm sure there was a reason that I stuck with the medium cultivator. I can't recall it off the top of my head, like I say, but as you can see, we're getting a nice solid result. And like I say, if it doesn't, I'm not sure if it makes sense to everyone why I'm going at cross purposes to the plough furrows, but it's just how I found it to help best in making the land as workable as possible. So, and we've got 3 fields, because if I remember correctly, there are 3 different kinds of crops. There's corn, wheat and sunflower. So we can plant each of those, and by having the 3 different fields that are roughly the same size, we should get a indication of how much yield we're going to get from those. Basically in terms of how much we put in. So we'll kind of have a tally of how much seeds we put onto these fields and the return rate that we get back when we turn around and harvest. And we'll probably compare that with what we get this time around, and then what we get on our second harvest when we've hopefully been able to afford a sprayer as well. So that is going to be what I hope to be worthwhile. And again, I've completely neglected to put any kind of timing on, so I have no idea how long I've been recording for. I know in game time I started a little bit before 11 and it's now 15, but I don't think that's necessarily a reflection on what's going on in the real world. So yeah, so hopefully with the subscribers that we've got, you're finding that there's a good mix of things on the channel. If there's anything you particularly want to see in any of the series, do feel free to leave a comment. Like I say, every single comment is valuable, every single comment is appreciated, and please do believe that. If you just liking what you're seeing, then obviously please do hit the like buttons. That's another great way for me to see which series you guys are really kind of tuning into, and try to make sure that you guys are getting your fix, as it were. So I know there has been quite a lot of comments about making sure that this agricultural historical farming is a regular feature. So we've gone from having I was planning on doing 2 episodes a week, so we're now doing 3. So hopefully that's only leaving you with a couple of days to wait each time around, and making me kind of spend quite a bit of time here in Tuscany, which is beautiful and sunny. So I'm enjoying it. And we obviously had the comment from Dare Tebbers recently on episode 4 with relation to is Farmer Giles wearing a suit? Well, the answer to that is no, he's not wearing a suit. It is in fact a brown jumper with the little diamond patchwork down the front. He's obviously got a shirt on. Has he got any jewellery yet? Yeah, he's got a necklace on by the looks of it. Oh, that's just some rendering. and he's got some, looks like grey jeans, but more importantly he's got a red tractor. But yeah, good old Farmer Giles. He's a good old chap. He does what he's told. He doesn't talk back. And there you go. I'm not aware of any way you can kind of mod that particular aspect of the game. So if anyone is, then obviously that's potentially an interest. I'm trying to play the game as vanilla as possible, really. The only place I've really got mods going on is, well, playing Feed the Beast, but that's a mod pack, so by definition you're going to have mods involved. So we're almost finished with our cultivating. Since we haven't moved forward today, we don't have any logs to take out to the log station. A timber yard probably would be the thing. I'll figure out what all these words are. I mean, you'd think, being English is my primary language, I'd figure out the words, but not necessarily. It's kind of optional. So I think we're nearly there. And this. So it's all these kind of bumps that we're going over now. When you hit some of those that are particularly striking in there, it literally stops the tractor, so you can't actually get up and over them. So the tractor's not particularly powerful, so we will have a look at some point about if there's a more powerful tractor, or if we're just going to stick with this one. But I think we've got to start to make our small fortune first, and that's definitely going to involve at least one harvest. Not necessarily sure how much we will get from the fields. Obviously we'll have to put some back in to seed, and some will have to go to feeding the animals, and so there's going to be a fair amount of things going on. So there we go. So last pass of this particular go. I think we'll go up and head over and have a look and see what's going on with our grass that would be hay. I'm guessing probably not a lot, really, because we haven't pushed forward today. So what I may do is do that, because I think having ploughed and cultivated the fields, that qualifies as a good day's work in my opinion. So there we go. So nice 3 little fields. I may come back and cultivate them again off screen just to be sure, but they're looking fairly reasonable, to be honest. So I might knock that on the head. There's our dog. He's out there. I haven't really completely finalised a name for him, but if you want to go with a traditional farming dog's name, but he's Shep, but it doesn't really look like a Shep to me. So I think we'll see on that one. If anyone's got any comments on the dog, then do let me know. And let's just have this. Let's just leave the. I think we're going to leave the. Now I get completely back to front because I don't actually know when I'm facing the tractor like this. I don't remember quite how to press the buttons the right way around, because it confuses me, because it's basically the reverse of what I'm trying to do. Okay, so let's get out and disconnect. So you'll see I've thrown the I've left the plough up the other side there. So I'm thinking. What we can do is move forward a day. I think it's coming up for lunchtime, so we're not used the entire day, but we will just push it forward a day. So and to do that, we'll come off the tractor and we'll have a little look out over Macarona as we press our little sunset. And we skip straight forward to 7 o'clock basically tomorrow morning, well, today morning now. So we'll have a look over at our hay. And it looks like we've not seen much of a difference there, so we might give that another turn. And you've already seen me do that, so I probably will do that off screen. We'll go and see if Elsie, our wonderful little cow, has produced some more milk. So yeah, we've got some more Elsie juice. So we'll take our Elsie juice over to the market, and get that out of the way. So we're not yet at the stage where we're going to be using a tractor. I mean, if we're only transporting one urn per day, it's not really going to be worthwhile just yet to kind of make tractor journeys, although we're not paying for fuel, so how much is it actually going to be costing us, I don't know. But nevertheless, we'll take the tried and tested approach of hand delivering, and we'll have to try and figure out a name for our lady that's running the stall. So again, suggestions welcome, otherwise I'll make something up and it might be random, and there you go. Random is good sometimes. So here we are back in Macarona. It just makes me wonder if they've if there's a place called Macarona or if it's just kind of made up. So there we go. Would you like to sell that for us, my love? Thank you very much. Yes, she's still looking decidedly happy. So, as is her counterpart over here. She's wearing black. Yeah, she's looking decidedly more formal. What? This lovely lady, yeah, she's wearing white, so she's definitely not a farmer's wife. So there you go. Right. So next thing I'm thinking is just to cut another swath of grass and just bale that up. So I might just do the stirring on the other one. I don't know, let's have a look and see how many bales we've got. So if we have a look at bales in the barn. So grass bales we've got 12. I'm guessing that's hay bales. Let's figure out which one's which, because the colours are ever so slightly different. Okay, so, well, not really. They're very difficult to tell. Ah, the stable's run out of grass, so that's not good. So the cows will be eating the grass quicker. So I'm guessing that might be the indicator that it is the hay. Although that one must, yeah, so the one without the second icon must be the straw, and that one must be the hay. So we've got 20 bales of hay, 12 bales of grass, and 25. So yeah, we could do with some more. We could definitely do with some more grass. So I might just off screen just cut another swath and have that ready to bale up next time we're in. And what we're going to do now is the whole business of what we're up to at the minute, which is taking care of our animals. So we're going to take some more grass into the cows. And again, it's not greatly exciting, but it'll do. So we'll probably do a few trips of that. Like I said, it's may not be exciting, but this is farming, and if I keep dropping it, then it might get exciting because I probably start to get a bit frustrated. Not that I do such things. I try to be mild-mannered. It doesn't necessarily serve any purpose for us to kind of shout and get angry about stuff, because sometimes stuff just happens. But yeah, sometimes you just need to kind of get upset about something and basically stamp your fist on the desk or something like that. Although if you bang your fist on the desk and stamp your foot on the ground, probably a better way around it rather than stamp your fist on the desk. That's probably not going to work too well for you. But yeah, so there's our beautiful baler. Like I said, many fond memories of trudging around behind the baler as a kid, and yeah, not a Ford, a nice red New Holland it was, but similar enough. So, and we weren't allowed in the tractors. We were allowed in the tractors most of the time, but not when the baler was going. So we had to kind of keep our distance, walk around the fields. So plenty of exercise and trudging around fields most summer evenings. So yeah, all good fun. Hopefully, and any of you out there that have got those got farms in the family, or have had farms in the family, you'll have those nice fond memories as well. Or maybe you won't. Maybe you'll have different ones. Maybe you'll have stuff that kind of you just can't wait to get away from. But yeah, you never know. I still very thankful for all of those memories. They were all everything that we've been through in our lives kind of makes us who we are. So at least that's my theory anyway. Never forget where you come from. And if you come from something like a farm, then that's all good. It's not something that everybody can do. And kind of back to basics type stuff. So have a wee look here. Yeah, grass bale's going to need replacing in the not too distant future. So there we go, folks. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. We've cultivated our ploughed fields. We're still waiting on our grass to dry out and become hay. So I'm going to give that another turn off screen, and going to cut another swath of grass ready for the next episode. And what we'll probably see is next episode we'll have that grass ready for us to harvest. If I have a look out over here, we'll probably find hopefully another log ready for us to go and sell and make some money, because we're going to be needing some soon enough. And then we'll be looking in the shop, and we won't be cultivating anymore. We'll be looking to get our we'll be looking to get the cedar. That's going to be 125. And then when we get into, where is it? Where's the harvester? Harvest. So 425, so we're going to need 550, is that? Someone can do the math. Yeah. So we're going to need 550, so we're going to need some more kind of pennies in the jar to finish off getting our equipment ready to complete the harvest for the first time around. But and what we'll also need, before I forget about it, is we will need another trailer, and that will be the gravity wagon. So that allows us, where is it? There it is, the gravity wagon. So that is a hopper style one. So what we use that for is that collects all the grain out of the harvester, and then it puts it into the sacks. So that's going to be another 255. So we're going to need to make some reasonable money before we are completed harvesting. But can we do it? Yeah. There's nothing we can't do if we stick our minds to it. So until next time, I'm going to sign off, and take care, folks.